Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the practice session for the Argentinian Grand Prix that just happened. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Marc Marquez topped it from Fabio Di Giannantonio, Alex Marquez, Marco Bezzecchi, Brad Binder, Alex Rins, Johan Zarco, Fabio Quartararo, Pedro Acosta, Pecco Bagnaia, Aya Agura, Franco Morbidelli, Joan Mir, Jack Miller, Luca Marini, Maverick Vinales, Fermin Aldeguer, Miguel Oliveira, Samkit Chantra, Raul Fernandez, Enea Bastianini, and Lorenzo Sabadori. Now, if I'm honest, it was actually a really exciting practice session. Marc does look to be on a very high level. I don't think he is going to have it all his own way, to be fair. Fabio Di Giannantonio did put in a good lap towards the end. Alex does look to have good pace also. Marco Bezzecchi definitely does look like a danger man this weekend. His pace does look well, so it will be interesting to see how those lot go. Brad Binder, he does have okay pace, not brilliant. He did come up towards the very end, but I don't think he's top 5 pace all through the race. Very same for Alex Rins, who did an absolutely brilliant lap right behind Marc Marquez, was up into third at one stage, but I'm not sure does he have the pace to get there. Johan Zarco, again, really good lap out of him. Still not 100% sure of his pace, but I think he's in the early top 10s is where I would think he is. Fabio Quartararo had some engine issues with the Yamaha, or a technical problem, let's just call it. Noted that they are running an aluminium swing arm, and the frame as well is not black. It is a chrome color, so I wonder, are they running a new frame and swing arm combination? But it is good to see all the number of Yamahas in the top 10. Pedro Acosta, again, look, pace is definitely an issue here for the KTMs. Pedro had a weird incident at the end of it. Looked like that he didn't have enough pressure on the front tyre and had too much brake pressure on, lost the front, and gave his mechanics a good couple of hours work to do this evening. Pecco Bagnaia, there was a lot of screaming and shouting on social media this morning after the first practice, and kind of Pecco came out and kind of silenced that very early in the session. He's only half a second behind Marc, and it was 1.3 or something in the earlier sessions. He did crash with 3 minutes to go, lost the front on his first flyer, or his last flyer set, let's just call it, with Fabio that was right behind him. Now Fabio did continue to set a good lap, but I think Joe Pecco was a little bit more conscious of Fabio behind him and was trying to get away, and looks like the front bobbled at the middle of the corner, I think turn 2. So interesting to see Pecco down, just hung on to the top 10, so he's straight through to Q2. Aya Agura looked very well. Franco Morbidelli, if you look at it, set an absolutely belter of a lap. I think Franco went under the track record first. Obviously that was bettered by a number of riders after, but it just shows you that business has picked up around the track. They are now faster than they've ever been around there. The track record from Marc Marquez in 2014 was completely beaten again by Marc Marquez, but many other riders before Marc put in a flyer at the end. Jack Miller again had a really good solid race, and when you look at it, down to Maverick Vinales, so Luca Marini and Maverick Vinales, they're within it like a second of the front. So again, 16 riders within a second is really good. Fermin Aldeguer, not a bad session. Miguel Oliveira, kind of slowest one of the Yamahas now, so he is a good bit off even Jack. He is 7-8 tenths behind Jack, so needs to kind of pull the finger out, let's just say, in a nice way. Not a bad session from Samkit Chantra either. And Raul Fernandez, not sure what excuse he's going to come up with. Really outclassed even by the rookie. Like, you look at it, Aya Agura is half a second behind Marc Marquez, and Raul Fernandez is 1.4. So a lot of excuses I would think are going to come from Fernandez, but he needs to make up 9 tenths just to catch his teammate, which is weird. Let's just call it. Enea Bastianini, well, look, we've mentioned before, we know that the struggle is going to go on there. This is a real front end circuit, and we know that there is a problem and balance with issues with the balance of that KTM. And Lorenzo Savadori, 1.7 seconds off, realistically 2 tenths of a second behind Enea Bastianini, which is definitely a shocker for Bastianini. All in all, I thought it was really pretty exciting practice session. The Q2 is sorted, the top 10 are there for tomorrow, but it's definitely going to be a very, very interesting sprint race and qualifying to see who comes out on top. There is opportunities to pass here, but they're kind of what I would call hairy passes. They're definitely that you need to put the bike and lift your man to do it. So it's going to be let's just say a tough sprint race and main race on Sunday. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the practice session, and who shone like a diamond in a goat's ass for you? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.